For thousands of years, the world's greatest empires have understood that controlling narrow sea routes means controlling the flow of trade and power. The Strait of Hormuz remains one of the most important arteries of the global economy, carrying nearly 20% of the world's daily energy supply. In the spring of 2026, this narrow passage became a symbol of how geography can challenge even the most advanced military forces. Despite tensions and military activity in the region, claims that major navies were completely unable to secure access or were forced into a ceasefire should be viewed with caution, as such outcomes are not clearly verified. What is evident is that the situation exposed the limits of modern naval power when operating in a confined and highly contested environment. Advanced systems like drones and carrier groups face serious challenges when countered by sea mines, coastal defenses, and difficult terrain. This moment reflects a shift in how military strength is tested, where control is no longer guaranteed by technology alone. The region has once again shown that geography can shape outcomes as much as firepower. Today, the Strait of Hormuz stands as a reminder that even the strongest alliances must adapt to the realities of terrain and strategy. As the sun rose on April 9, 2026, it became clear that tensions around the Strait of Hormuz were forcing a rethink of what freedom of navigation really means. Iran has increased its control over nearby waters, with the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps playing a central role in monitoring and influencing maritime movement. Claims that all vessels must coordinate directly with Iranian forces, or that global powers were completely unable to secure access, should be treated carefully, as such sweeping outcomes are not fully verified. What is clear is that the presence of sea mines and heightened military activity has made normal shipping routes far more risky. This has pushed many vessels to reroute or operate with greater caution, slowing down traffic through one of the world's most critical energy corridors. Insurance costs have risen sharply as companies respond to the increased danger and uncertainty in the region. The situation highlights how even limited disruptions in such a narrow passage can have wide global effects. It also shows that geography, combined with strategic pressure, can challenge even the most advanced naval capabilities. The events unfolding here reflect a shifting balance where regional influence is becoming harder to ignore in global maritime dynamics. The scale of the shift in power became clearer as reports about the April 7th ceasefire began to emerge. According to these accounts, the United States and Iran moved toward a pause in fighting through proposals that are expected to shape future talks, possibly involving Pakistan as a venue. Claims that one side fully accepted sweeping demands, such as reparations or major military withdrawals, should be treated with caution, as such outcomes are complex and not clearly confirmed. What is evident is that the situation has pushed both sides toward negotiation after a period of intense pressure and rising global concern. Discussions around sensitive issues like nuclear policy suggest that positions may be evolving, even if no final agreements have been reached. The economic impact of disrupted energy routes has added urgency, increasing pressure on all parties to find a path forward. Rather than a clear victory for any side, the ceasefire reflects the limits of prolonged confrontation in such a strategic region. It also signals that regional powers are playing a more influential role in shaping outcomes than before. The upcoming talks will likely test whether major powers can stabilize the situation or if a new balance of influence will take hold. The military reality of 2026 has shown that advanced technology can be challenged by low-cost, high-volume asymmetric tactics. Iran did not rely on a direct naval confrontation with the United States, but instead focused on tools like drones and sea mines to complicate movement in the Strait of Hormuz. This approach used the narrow geography to create a difficult environment where even advanced defense systems face serious pressure. Claims about the exact scale of disruption or total control should be viewed carefully. But there is no doubt that such tactics can significantly affect global shipping. The cost imbalance between high-end military systems and simpler tools highlights an important shift in how conflicts can unfold. At the same time, differences among Western countries have shaped how unified their response can be in such situations. These divisions can make it harder to sustain long operations or maintain consistent strategy. The broader lesson is that geography and strategy together can limit even the most powerful forces. This moment reflects a changing landscape, where influence is no longer defined by technology alone, but by how effectively it is used within real-world constraints. As we move into the spring of 2026, the world is beginning to adjust to a shift in geopolitical reality. Tensions around the Strait of Hormuz have challenged the idea that any single power can guarantee global trade through force alone. We are entering a phase where pressure and negotiation are shaping outcomes more than open cooperation. The humanitarian impact is becoming more visible as disruptions in energy supply continue to raise the cost of living for vulnerable populations. While talks in Islamabad may offer a temporary pause, the deeper struggle over influence and control remains unresolved. These events may be remembered as a moment when geography once again proved its lasting influence over modern ambition. The situation is not just about military strength, but about how nations compete over critical pathways of trade and survival. What is clear is that the region has forced the world to reconsider the true cost of conflict in such a vital corridor. After seeing how a narrow strip of water challenged the world's most powerful navies, do you think we are witnessing the end of a single superpower era? Or is this only a pause before an even larger storm? If you found this update on the 2026 crisis and the reality of the Strait of Hormuz insightful, consider sharing this video and subscribing as we continue to follow the history unfolding in real time.